go to File and New in Affinity Photo, and then go down here, Colour Format. Instead of RGB, go for CMYK, or go for Lab as well. Just try that one. So CMYK and Create. Go to Layer and New. You always need a layer. And then once you've done that, Edit and Fill. And I'm just going to fill it with white. Doesn't particularly matter, but I'm just going to fill it with that. Because now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Procedural Texture. So Filters, Colours, and Procedural Textures. You notice some of these are not available in CMYK, but Procedural Texture is. However, they've added no presets. So you've got nothing to start with. These ones I've created, so I've got a couple of ones there. And you can see what you got. You need to create your own ones. Unfortunately, the equations, and I've tried a few of them, they just don't seem to work for some weird reason. If you just copy them from RGB into CMYK, they don't seem to work at all, which is very odd. Maybe I will find out the reason at some point, but they don't seem to work. But what you can do, create your own. Now I'm just going to click plus there, and you can see now I've got CMYK. That's what I've just done. Just by clicking that plus, I've created cyan, magenta, yellow, and black across there, all the channels. Also, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create for that A, B, C, D, and there. And I'm just going to put, say, 2. I'm going to put a value. Obviously, it's not been doing anything at the moment, but I'm just putting a value to a start point so you can see a result. So I've got that and I've filled it with some numbers. You can fill it with anything. However, what you can use, you've got some functionality that you can work very easily. And I'm just going to use OSC Syn. That's one of the functions that you can use. And that one does seem to work. And I'm going to use RX. That's a relative X, so you can move the layer around. Really useful. And I'm going to put times A. Times, now I'm just going to put something to scale it just now, 0.01. Now you could just put that in the A, B and C if you didn't put that, but it just makes it easier just to put that in there. So it just reduces it down so you don't have to keep typing decimals all the time. So now what you can do, just copy and paste and you can see the results straight away. You've got these lines. That's not very particularly exciting, it's just stripes like that. But of course what you can also do, you can always go there where I've got the A, I can now put B. And I can put, say, C. And also I can put D. So you can see this is a start point for a function. And of course you can add many more additional modifications to this. Maybe have it diagonally, maybe have it vertical, horizontal, whatever, whole variety. Maybe use square roots in the equation and so on and so on. Or multiplication, other multiplication that is. So now what you can do, you can see, you can modify this. You can just change these values. So you can create a variety. So therefore, you can use procedural texture reasonably easily in here. And of course, once you're happy with it, what you can do, you can always save this. So you can always say, now, of course, because I've already got that preset, I've created one earlier with that, it's not going to allow me. But as I said, you can create some variations of this. So let's just drag this out just a bit. And I can say plus, and I can put that there. And I can say RY. And then you can get a grid. And do exactly the same before. Just copy, paste, and again, change the A to B. And I'm just going to do that. So A to B. And you can see again, you've got that result. And then maybe that one to C. And again, C there. And that one then to D. And sometimes when you're doing all these things, quite often it's nice just to go over and just check it a few times, because what happens, you'll suddenly notice that you've got something, an error, which is quite possible with these A's and B's because it's quite small. It's not particularly massive. So it'd be nice if you could actually highlight certain things. The variables, if it was slightly highlighted, would make it a lot easier to see it. You know, if it like went over there A and it was like a different colour, make it so much easier. Something for Affinity maybe to add into it. So you've got this, and then you can just change the values again. So you can see now you've got, instead of, you've got dots. And of course you can vary those values in there and create a variety of different dot designs. And again, change that one if you want as well. You put it to 0, obviously you end up with something like that. And of course, once you're happy with it, you can always, again, save it. So create preset. Now it does let me. So I'm just going to create CMYK 4 or 3. I think I've created 2 before. So that's saved, click apply, and you've got your result there. So you can use the procedural texture to create some interesting effects. Just unfortunately, like I say, the presets are not available to start with. Hope you found this of interest. Thank you much.